الحمد لله الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. الحمد لله غافر الذنب وقابل التوب شديد العقاب ذي الطول لا إله إلا هو وإليه المصير. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. لك الحمد حتى ترضى ولك الحمد إذا رضيت ولك الحمد على حمدنا إياك يا رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك ولم يكن له ولي من الذل والله أكبر كبيرا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله الأحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. مالك الملك يؤتي الملك من يشاء وينزع الملك ممن يشاء، يعز من يشاء ويذل من يشاء، بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. سبح له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. تركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. شرح الله له صدره ووضع عنه وزره وأعلمه أن مع العسر يسرا وأمره أن إذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي المقصرة بتقوى الله، وأحذركم ونفسي من عصيانه ومخالفة أمره لزوما لقوله الحق تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وكذلك في قول الحق تبارك وتعالى: يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. اتقوا الله فإنه من لا يتق ربه فإن له معيشة ضنكا ويحشر يوم القيامة أعمى فيقول: ربي لم حشرتني أعمى وقد كنت بصيرا. فيقال: كذلك أتتك آياتنا فنسيتها وكذلك اليوم تنسى. My brothers and sisters, my dearest children, indeed it is the end of November and beginning of December, and this is the time in which we're seeing so much changes in the environment around us. We're seeing people, generally speaking, becoming more friendly in their approach and attitude towards us. We're seeing the decorations being placed at homes, in public places, and we're seeing the advertisement gearing up towards what's so-called the holidays, and malls are getting busier. Many of us are looking for this special time of buying certain items, and we look forward to this time of the year to buy it in whatever occasions that are given different names, whether it is the Black Friday or the Boxing Day or specials of certain occasions. And we are also at work being invited by our workers to participate in what's so-called the holidays party. Our co-workers, neighbors, friends of non-Muslim faith will be approaching us and offering gifts, and they are also wishing us certain greetings. And your children at home might have asked you, can we have decorations at home? Is it okay for me to celebrate Christmas? There is so much decorations and talk in school where I go to, and if you happen to be a newcomer, these all attractive things attract your attention. And if you are also going to school as learning English and culture, the issue of the holidays, Christmas, is being presented intensively. And you probably have been approached by missionary groups or by certain charitable organizations from the Christian faith background who have offered you lavish treat on the holiday season per se. And they talk to your children about Christmas. All these things are real issues. We need not to pretend they do not exist. We need not to swipe them under the carpet, but rather we need to confront them and deal with them in a healthy manner. And allow me today to talk about the psychosocial perspective of these issues and how we need to deal with them on ourselves and with our children. Because I don't think any one of us lacks does not understand the fiqh perspective of halal and haram, but many of us are struggling to be able to implement it and apply it in our life. And from that perspective, let us take one step backward and ask the simple question to ourselves and ask the same thing to our children. Who are we? What are we here for? What did Allah create us for? There is an identity problem that we have as living in this part of the world. Our children are living in identity crisis whereby they are dealing with three different forces. The culture and the norms of the society in which we're living in, and I do mean the society because we're living in a multicultural society, multi-faith society, whereby everybody is presenting his or her identity and cultural and values and beliefs, and they're also struggling with their own value and beliefs as Muslims. You might be surprised to hear that your own children are proud of their identity as Muslimin, but they're struggling to be able to present this identity in a way that is healthy for them as living in this, as teens or children living in this part of the world. You're also struggling with your own cultural background. You have come from certain cultural background, and the norms of this culture is also causing stress to them. And these three forces are intermingling in the back mind of your child and could be manifesting in certain way that could cause them to be depressed or cause them to be aggressive, or even could cause them to be difficult to deal with at home or even outside in school. All these things, when you keep them in mind, you're able to understand how to deal with your own child. We need to enforce a simple fact in their mind. You are Muslim. You are superior. You're different than everyone around you. And when I say that, I do not mean it in an arrogant way that would present us as being racist superior group that undermines and reject and belittle others around them. No. We're superior because of what Allah Azza wa Jal have given to us in this as a heavy burden, as an assignment to be dua to the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. نحن قوم أعزنا الله بالإسلام. We are being honored for what Allah Azza wa Jal have given to us, Islam. ولقد أورثنا الكتاب الذين اصطفينا من عبادنا فمنهم ظالم لنفسه ومنهم مقتصد ومنهم سابق بالخيرات بإذن الله. This is what Allah Azza wa Jal had given to us. وَلَقَدْ أَوْرَثْنَا الْكِتَابَ الَّذِينَ اصْطَفَيْنَا مِنْ عِبَادِنَا. Allah have chosen you. اصطفينا means selected you, have given you this book, the Quran, to be from those who will be honored to carry it and apply it in their life. And also at the same time, Allah Azza wa Jal said to you in the Quran, كنتم ولتكن منكم أمة يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. Let there be among you a group that يأمرون بالمعروف, they call for the good and forbid the evil, and وأولئك those are indeed are the muflihun, the successful. And also at the same time Allah said, وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. You were the best of nations that were sent out to mankind. Why يا ربي كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. That's what makes the difference. You were the best of nations that Allah has sent out to mankind, because you call for the good and forbid the evil. And what makes you different, because there are others around us who are calling for the good and forbidding the evil, but what they lack is وَيُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. They believe in Allah Azza wa Jal. That's what makes the difference between you and others around you. وَلَوْ آمَنَ أَهْلُ الْكِتَابِ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ مِنْهُمُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَأَكْثَرُهُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. And if the people of the book were to believe, that it would have been better for them. Believe in Allah Azza wa Jal and in the hereafter. From that perspective, we need to raise this level of iman, level of pride in the hearts and mind of our children. Let them feel that they are the followers of Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu. They are the followers of Mus'ab ibn Umayr. They are the followers of Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, of all the Sahaba that have, of Bilal radiyallahu anhu, who were all living marginalized life before Islam. And once the beauty and the nur of Iman touched their hearts flourished in the nur of Hidayah in their life and the life of others around them. They become mentors. They become stars to guide others that yet to come after them until the day of judgment. We read about Mus'ab's actions, we read about Bilal's actions, we read about Ali's actions as young people, and we're inspired by the strength and the power they possessed so that they were able to face the challenges that are the non-believers imposing on them as they were trying to live their deen and pass it on to others around them. That's what we need to be inspired with. The Prophet ﷺ said to us, لا يكن أحدكم إمّا. Do not be a person of no identity, flip-flop. ولكن وطنوا أنفسكم أن إذا أحسن الناس أن تحسنوا وإذا أساءوا أن تجتنبوا إساءتهم. Do not be flip-flop with no identity. If people go right, you go right. People go left, you go left. If people stop, you stop. The Prophet ﷺ say, root yourself in the good. If you see others around you doing good, you endorse it. And if you see them doing wrong, then you forbid it. That's why Allah Azza said in the Quran, لُعِنَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ عَلَى لِسَانِ دَاوُودَ وَعِيسَى بْنِ مَرْيَمَ. The children of Israel were cursed by their own prophets, Isa and Dawood alayhim as-salam. Why? ذَلِكَ بِمَا عَصَوْا وَكَانُوا يَعْتَدُونَ. For disobedience, for being disobedience and for transgressing. كانوا لا يتناهون عن منكر فعلوه لبئس ما كانوا يفعلون. They used not to discourage each other from doing bad. لبئس ما كانوا يفعلون. They did not discourage and forbid the evil. لبئس ما كانوا يفعلون. This is evil what they have done. So we need to raise this consciousness in the hearts and the minds of our children. Let them believe that they are different. They are unique. If you were to be like everyone else around you, who is going to provide the hidayah to those who are living in the darkness? Who's going to light the nur to those who are living in the darkness? If it's not you, who else is going to do it? Look to what the Muslims have done in Western societies. Contrast this time we're living in with 50 or 60 years ago, or even 20 or 30 years ago, and see how Muslims have made a change. How when the sisters are walking in the streets with their heads up with the hijab, are doing an excellent job and representing themselves and representing the deen of Allah Azza wa Jalla in the streets of the Western societies. That's why I keep saying, I'm very proud of every sister who walks with her hijab in the street. She deserves our attention and our respect and our endorsement. If your children, if your daughters, sisters, or your wife, or others, sisters around you are proudly walking with their hijab in public, knowing that they could be faced with challenges and racism and discrimination, or could be even physically hurt, you should give them the applause, give them the encouragement and acknowledgement that you know and you feel with them what they're going through. That's what we need to start with. Make our children proud of their deen, and at the same time make them understand whatever holidays are being celebrated has nothing to do with the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. The birth of Isa was not on December 24th or 25th. The association with the Isa, or the birth of Isa, celebrating his birth and declaring that he is the son of God, wal-'iyadu billah, is completely unacceptable for us as Muslims. We live in a multicultural society, and we encourage multiculturalism and interfaith dialogue and discussions, and we open our masajid, and we have done it in many times for the open houses, and we participate in other events outside. That does not necessarily mean that I'm going to compromise my own beliefs and values. I believe that Allah the Mighty is one. He begots not, nor he was begotten, and there is none co-equal nor comparable unto him, period. So that has been said, then I need not to associate myself with occasions that have the merits of shirk, that celebrations that are stemming and somehow influenced by pagan holidays from the pagan worshipings in Europe, which have influenced what we are seeing nowadays of celebrations done at the end of the year. Go back and read more about these things. For the sake of time, I can't go into more details. Listen to speakers from our community like Sheikh Abdullah Hakim, who have talked intensively about these things and clarified so many things to our young people, our young children, to know how and what is the origins of holidays that the Western society is celebrating. That does not contradict with being kind and bar with them. لا ينهاكم الله عن البر لا ينهاكم الله لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من ديارهم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين. Allah Azza wants us to be muqsat, to be fair, and to be kind and generous to those who did not hurt us. We're living in a society of multiculturalism and interfaith, as I said, and everybody respect everyone else, but at the same time we draw the lines. We draw the lines, so when we greet them, we say to them, happy holidays. So that when they greet us in our Eid and they say to us, happy Eid, we're showing respect to each other. If we were to be invited to celebrations at work, we're really expected to show our respect to our co-workers, we go there and show our presence, but at the same time, represent ourselves as Muslims. Sisters wearing hijab, talking about Maryam alayha salam, whom Allah Azza wa have honored in the Quran and revealed a whole chapter titled by her name, and honored her. The only woman that was mentioned in the Quran is Maryam alayha salam, for the honor and respect she got from our deen. We need to say, yes, we are joining you in all celebrations, but we as Muslims believe in Isa and honor him as a mighty prophet of Allah Azza wa from al-Rusul Ulil Azm, yet we believe he's not the son of God, Allah wal-'iyadu billah. He is the prophet of Allah Azza wa who came before Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, calling people to believe in the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. That's what we make, and that's what we say. If we do not have to say it by words, we say it by actions. There's nothing wrong with exchanging gifts. We exchange gifts in Eid. This is an act of kindness and birr, because there's a difference between birr and muwala or mawadda. Al-birr is an action of kindness that is not coming from the heart. You do it with everyone around you, and that's why Allah Azza wa asks us to be kind and barreen to those who did not declare hatred or animosity against us, or did not fight us and force us out of our own homes and our own towns. But when it comes to mawadda, it's completely different. It comes from the heart, and this is where the wala and bara and mawadda comes in. And at the same time, when your children are saying to you, how beautiful the decorations is down the street, how beautiful is the decoration we are seeing in public places, don't say to them it's haram. Don't say to them this is astaghfirullah al-azim. Well, why you're saying haram when Allah, the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal, said to us, يا أيها الذين آمنوا يا بني آدم خذوا زينتكم عند كل مسجد وكلوا واشربوا ولا تسرفوا إن الله لا يحب المسرفين. When Allah Azza wa Jal is saying to you, يا بني آدم, children of Adam, not the believers, children of Adam, خذوا زينتكم, take your beautiful garments, dress up nicely when you go out to the masajid. That's what we're expected to do. I know that Friday is a working day, but make this hour of Friday special. Make the rest of the day on Friday special for you and your children. يا بني آدم خذوا زينتكم عند كل مسجد وكلوا واشربوا, and eat and entertain without being excessive. إنه لا يحب المسرفين. Allah Azza wa Jalla does not love those who are musrif. And then after that say, قل من حرم زينة الله التي أخرج لعباده والطيبات من الرزق. Say who have forbidden the beauty, the decorations, the fanciness التي أخرج لعباده, that Allah has given to his servants in general, والطيبات, and the lawful from the rizq of the food and other provisions. قل هي للذين آمنوا في الحياة الدنيا. Say it is for the believers in this lowly life. خالصة يوم القيامة. الله أكبر. Allah is saying to you, there's nothing wrong with you to enjoy the beauty. There's nothing wrong with you to decorate your home, to make your masajid look beautiful, to make your homes decorated in the time of Eid and Ramadan, and lavishly go in decorating this for your children. There's nothing wrong with you as a community to step up and show celebrations in the time of Eid in your own city. There's nothing wrong with you to share the beauty of Eid with others around you. That's what we need to do. We need to do it not on an individual level, on a community level, where we show the beauty of our Eid, decorate our masajid with the lights, and decorate them with different things, so that when people walk by would see how beautiful our masajids are. And there's nothing wrong to decorate our homes for the time of Eid and our own celebrations. What a beautiful is what the Mighty have promised you with. Yes, it's available for you to enjoy in this dunya. And the Mighty is saying to you, خالصة لكم يوم القيامة. الله أكبر. قل هي للذين آمنوا في الحياة الدنيا خالصة يوم القيامة. It's inclusive for you in the hereafter. What a beautiful promise from the Mighty Allah Azza wa Jalla. Enjoy your life in this dunya within the boundaries of halal, so that Allah Jalla Sha'Allah will inclusively make you be able to enjoy the beauty of the beauties in the hereafter in the Jannah. قل, and then after that Allah Azza says, إنما حرم ربي الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن. What Allah Azza has forbidden is not the halal, is not the decorations, but Allah Azza has forbidden. So do not say haram to your children, but explain for them this concept. And say in the following verses in Surah Al-A'raf, say إنما حرم ربي الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن. Allah Azza has forbidden the fahish, the actions that are extremely wrong. ما ظهر منها وما بطن, what is exposed and what is hidden. وأن تقولوا والإثم, and ithm, the transgression, والبغي بغير حق, and to transgress against others without legitimate reason. وأن تشركوا بالله ما لم ينزل به سلطانا, and to associate with Allah another entity. So we say to our Christian friends, yes, we are enjoying the beautiful attractions, but we draw the line with you. We do not associate anyone with Allah Azza wa Jal. Isa alayhi salam is the Prophet of Allah Azza wa Jal, period. This is the end of it. وَأَن تَقُولُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ, and to say on Allah Azza wa Jal anything without any knowledge. And that's why at the end of Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah Azza wa Jal said to Isa ibn Maryam, Ya Isa ibn Maryam, أأنت, وإذ قال الله يا عيسى ابن مريم أأنت قلت للناس اتخذوني وأمي إلهين من دون الله قال سبحانك ما يكون لي أن أقول لي ما ليس لي بعلم ما ليس لي بحق إن كنت قلته فقد علمته تعلم ما في نفسي ولا أعلم ما في نفسك وأنت علام الغيوب ما قلت لهم إلا ما أمرتني به أن اعبدوا الله ربي وربكم وكنت عليهم شهيدا ما دمت فيهم فلما توفيتني كنت أنت الرقيب عليهم وأنت على كل شيء قدير. الله أكبر. We need not to say on Allah Azza wa Jal what we have no knowledge about. Because Allah Azza wa Jal clearly present this conversation to us in the hereafter when Allah Azza wa Jal will be asking Isa ibn Maryam, did you tell people to worship me and your mother? He said, Ya Allah, it's impossible. How could I do that, Ya Rabbi? I'm your humble servant. ما قلت لهم, I said to them what you have asked me to say, to worship you only and not to associate anyone with you, Ya Rabbal Alameen. That's what we need to explain to people around us. And that's what we will be doing, inshallah, in this beautiful time of the year. It is indeed a beautiful time where we will be taking the time off, so we're able to connect with other Muslim friends and to visit our rahim. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So the actions that are done are halal if they were to be put in the right context, and the association of halal things in haram things is not acceptable. So this is what we need to explain to our children. Yes, beauties are, exchanging gifts is permissible, decorating is permissible, visiting others is permissible, but not in the context of associating, celebrating the birth of, wal'iyadu billah, the Son of God as they claim. But, we inshallah, will be explaining, inshallah, in the next khutbah, our relationship to Isa alayhi salam as the Prophet of Allah Azza wa Jal. وَقُلْ قَوْلِي هَذَا وَاسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهَ لَكُمْ فَاسْتَغْفِرُوهُ فَيَغْفِرُ الْمُسْتَغْفِرِينَ. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا وسيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. ان الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا ايها الذين امنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. اللهم انا عبيدك ابناء عبيدك ابناء امائك نواصينا يا رب بيدك ماض يا رب فينا حكمك عدل فينا قضاؤك. نسالك اللهم بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك بأن تجعل القرآن العظيم يا ربي جلاء همومنا وأحزاننا وربيع قلوبنا. اللهم نسألك برحمتك أن تجعلنا هداة مهديين يا رب العالمين. اللهم اهدنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى يا أرحم الراحمين. ربي أوزعني أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلحني في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإنني من المسلمين. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم اجعلنا ممن قلت فيهم إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. نحن أولئكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.